Yes, they've been liking picking this hero as well,
Really?
which is really interesting.
Huh. I'm surprised. Because, like, I feel like we didn't see this hero that much, and he's just kind of blown up. And he's been very hit or miss. Like, I'm surprised teams are that confident in picking a hero that's so hit or miss.
So I was talking to my friends about this yesterday, though. I trust them a lot. We talk about a lot of different things in Dota.
Mm.
They're better players mechanically than I am. And I was trying to make the point I didn't really understand this tiny four like massively enough. I'm not afraid to admit it. It disappeared for a while. Nothing's really changed massively. And then we came to the conclusion that until you have a blink, I think you'd rather have like a tiny than a shaker, right? Because at least the tiny always has kill threat on the map with like burst damage, whereas until shaker gets that blink, like obviously shaker's better at different things, but shaker kind of needs that blink to really like take part in team fights and things, right?
Mm.
Whereas this tiny can just kind of run around and run at people with avalanche toss all the time. And like the repositioning mechanic is really good as well.
Dire team pick.
So I mean I don't mind it. I also worry for it still that, like you said, that if it doesn't get off to a good start and it doesn't get a little bit of farm early on, like in terms of farm priority from his team, Tiny just kind of falls off flat.
And we've seen the difference between giving and not giving your Tiny some farm priority. We've seen 20-minute blink daggers and we've seen 15-minute blink daggers. And I really do think that like you can tell the difference. Teams with the lineups that they're picking right now are kind of hitting their stride at about the 15 to 20-minute mark. And if you don't have that forward position to give you anything, because it feels like Tiny's only going to give you a blink, avalanche, toss, and I'm not saying that like that's all he's got, but like that's what he's so reliant on, then you're in trouble. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I'm just looking at Linger's lineup, sorry, because Blazer picked Batrider, which is even more magic damage, as if TB's game wasn't hard enough already. And I think they might have to put the clock to 3 now and move the Rubik 4 and pick a different 5. Because otherwise this TB is going to really struggle. They need like an Oracle or something, I think.
Team back.
Oh. I actually think this Batrider looks like he has the most free game I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it doesn't look easy.
Because like Tide does okay against it in lane and everything, right? But I think this TV is going to get run at over and over again by a tiny Batrider, and I think it's going to die over and over again. And then if he doesn't get BKB first item after like double Wraith Band, I think he's just going to die over and over again. Can you see the running theme here?
Dying over and over again. Seems to be a theme.
It's not looking good. They need some like core though, some carry here on Blaze. Unless they want to put the Tiny as the one, which I doubt they will. And a lot of them have been banned out already. So they picked Life Stealer twice yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not yesterday, a couple of days ago, whatever it was. And it looked... I really hate that hero at the moment. I don't think it's amazing. I think it can be okay sometimes, but I think they really overrated it the last time we cast them.
Dire team banned. Radiant team pick.
Queen Pain and Void Spirit both getting banned. Drow. The Drow has been a significant, not significant ban, but a ban we've seen consistently throughout time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bit interesting that we're seeing Drow get banned so much. Have we seen it get played at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it played in Europe, I think, as well. The Czech team played it yesterday. Old Hippomaniac stuff. It looks like a really good Ursa game. I think for Blaze.
Mm-hmm.
Or they could even pick like Gyrocopter or something if they really wanted. But it still looks pretty good. I don't really know. Like, Link they have really good team fight with this Coil and this Ravage, which is nice. But
5 seconds remaining.
I think this TB is just going to melt if they ever get on top of him. So the Tide has to be like positioned really well in these team fights to be able to stop them from getting onto the TB. Yeah, I think it's a really good Ursa game though. Or like Weaver, I think is good as well. But it's a bit worse against Puck.
Like, the team fight for Linger looks like it's okay, but I wonder how they're going to do in the laning phase. If they're not going to just get run down. Like, Batrider has a free enough game. That could be a huge issue.
It's a really good Slark game as well, I think. But again, like, Puck's a bit of an issue, but you can always snap the coil and use Dark Pact. So I think if they just pick some, like... Because what was the other one I said before? Ursa, like, if they pick some difficult to kill hero, yeah, like...
Choose your hero.
I don't... Yeah. I like the Blaze lineup a lot better, B-Cup.
Yeah, I can get down with that. I can agree.
I think Zeus versus Puck mid is slightly Zeus favored, but they should both get farm. I think this Batrider Tiny is going to absolutely walk over the Clockwork and the Terrorblade. They need to try and get the Tidehunter against the Batrider, because if not, I think the game's insanely difficult. Yeah, it just looks like the most free bat game I've ever seen. Because the thing is, like, this Puck pick as well, it's not even like it's an amazing Puck game. Because, like, if they land the Pounce from the Slark, they've got Lasso as well to try and connect to him. They've got, like, this tiny burst damage to try and blow him up when he gets a blink. And remember, like, this the ET Spirit, so when you throw the Astral Spirit out, it offers you the magic component of the Astral Order as well, the passive. So, like, when this ET throws a Astral Spirit on top of you and a Zeus bolts you, you take 100% of the damage rather than having your magic resistance to work with, like your base magic resistance. So the Zeus does more damage, the Batrider's going to do more damage, the Tiny's going to do more damage because of this, like, this aura that comes through. And, like, they're so reliant on TB for damage that, and if ET ever manages to get into a position where he can walk next to the TB, we haven't even talked about this yet. The TB's going to lose all his base armor as well. So it's not even like he's going to be really tanky. I don't know. I think I'd be really impressed if they won this game on Linger, because one, I think they were the team that played the worst out of the two the other day, and I don't like their draft either. That's about, you know, I think that's probably the most harsh I've ever been in a draft that we've cast together before.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say so. But I feel like it's realistic. It's not. I don't know if it's. I would even put it down as harsh.
Yeah, like it's just a bit rough, isn't it?
Yeah, like you don't wanna baby it or what is it? What's it when you give bad news with, like? What's the phrase? Oh my god.
30 seconds to battle.
You don't want to cherry coat it.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
You want to be real. And I think that this Linger lineup might be in some trouble. I will say I do like, if they can execute their team fight, say like the meta, like with a Ravage and a Dream Coil and all that, like I think you can put those components together and get something going.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to get out of the laning phase well enough for that to happen. And they have a kill on Kaz here. Looks like they do have first blood, and that's the way to start it. Get that first blood over Blaze.
I don't really know why the ET's gone for the rune there. That's suicidal, because yeah, Ty just gets Gush at level 1. And now you've given the Puck first blood in this mid lane. So he gets this extra gold advantage at the start. Which is so detrimental for your Zeus.
Yeah. In a lane that we said was kind of close between the Zeus and the Puck, or maybe a little bit Zeus favored. So, we'll see how it goes for the Zeus over mid.
Ooh. He got the range creep tonight though, which is pretty good. So, bot lane, I just want to talk about this quickly. TBS meta up, and he's having to run away from the Batrider that puts sticky napalms on him, right? When this Batrider gets to level 2, he's going to have kill threat. And when he gets to level 3, I don't think the TB can lane anymore.
That could be a massive issue. I'm surprised they didn't go for the matchup, right? You said you thought that they might want the Tide against this Bat Rider?
Yeah, potentially.
How much better off would they have been, though?
But then the problem is your TV still doesn't win the lane against the Slark either, I don't think.
Battery Assault. I don't know what this is really doing to deter Beyond in this lane. It hasn't found much success. But at least for now, it's just Sticky Napalm, still just level 1 on Beyond, as well as this Tiny. A bit of an experience advantage here so far for the TB and the Clockwork. So, just taking a look as we'll go over towards mid, see how the Zeus is doing, because it's 10-0 for the puck right now, and maybe that stems from the first play. He's gotten 2 into the Illusory Orb, 1 into the Waning Rift. See if anybody comes towards mid when we hit this 4-minute rune mark. Especially, you know, puck will have that bottle. We'll want to refill it 4 minutes. Rotation-wise, maybe the Tiny comes over. See the Bat Rider being okay by himself. And I could also see the ET coming over with the Rubik. But it's going to be a very important moment at that 4-minute mark where you want to refill those bottles. And I think... Does Zeus have one coming out for himself? Yeah, so they're both going to have bottles. No surprise.
This TV, though, has had a much better lane to the start to the lane than I thought he would.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he has no right to be farming this well.
That's one of the things I noticed with the Chinese teams more so than the Southeast Asian teams is their execution or being able to enforce their game plan has been a little bit weaker. I would say that's one of the weaker components with this group.
Yeah, for sure.
These are also, I would say, less experienced teams when it comes down to more competitive play, but at least for the Chinese group, yeah, it's kind of like those teams that are still growing and still kind of finding themselves, whereas in Southeast Asia, it's a lot more established teams.
Oh, Batrad has boots coming out in the courier. Okay, this is the timing they're going to look for.
And he's going bottle next. Like I said, 4-minute mark, they rotate it over, puck comes in, and Tiny will just pick up the haste. This might actually even help them get a kill over bottom on the TV.
Yeah, they need to be very wary of this.
You can see the 6 stacks, and they're just looking to get a toss on anybody they can go for. They're thinking about the TV, and that forces him all the way under tower. Not allowed to farm right now. Or he'll think about it. Oh, okay. Came back out.
Yeah,
Haste no longer there.
This is what I mean, though. At level 3, like, he can't lane anymore. He has to keep sending the illusion forward to farm instead. But she's actually getting a decent amount of farm from. Yeah, fair play to him. He just got 3 CS under his own tower with that illusion. I take it all back. He's a god among men.
Is this the new God King?
Yeah. A top lane as well. They're going on the Tide.
Yeah, they've got themselves the sweep. How many stacks of Essence Shift? He's got 10 stacks of Essence Shift. They'll get the kill there on an NJ. They're going to look for this Rubik, too, because they've got Pounce in 7 seconds. Ooh, Thunder God's Wrath. That gets the kill onto the puck over mid. B still running. Zeus isn't making the rotation over, but TB, bottom, burning out. Firefly, enough damage with 5 sticky napalm stacks to get the kill. They've locked up the Tiny with the battery assault and the tower hitting. It'll be at least a trade in that sense, but very well done by Blaze in all 3 lanes.
It finally happened.
And that was a kill in all 3 lanes. They got the Tide up top, the puck over mid, the TV bottom.
So they got all 3 cores.
Yeah.
Cool.
For a Tiny. It's a beneficial trade in my book if I've ever seen it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, puck's now over towards top, and this lane's starting to open up for Zeus, it seems. And he's going to get a regen rune. Oh, jeez. I didn't see that TB end up going down beyond his trade.
I mean, it's so worth it, though, because the TB is all of their damage on the Radiant side, so every time you kill him,
Middle tower is under attack.
it just helps massively. He's going Helm of Dom first on Tidehunter. Okay.
Is this the value item here, or should we be looking at, you know, he doesn't even have boots yet, actually.
Radiant are scanning.
You know, I usually see like these arcane boots, mech, maybe Guardian Greaves to start.
Mm-hmm.
You know, finish it into the Guardian Greaves.
They're
They're gonna wrap around. Dream Coil will get snapped, but that just locks it up for the Clockwork here. Battery Assault, Illusory, one last shot. Easy kill there on the Tiny. But you still got to be able to save your TB if Bat Rider makes the decision to go.
He's had to go back to the jungle on the TB, which is definitely the right play here. Like, he has to just, like, leave the spot lane completely. Just leave somebody else to get the XP. This clock's level 5 though already, and it's only 7 minutes into the game. He's actually really leveled.
He's had a lot of solo time down bottom.
Yeah. I think he got a solo kill on the Tiny because the TV wasn't there at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is probably the big boost in XP for him.
Well, also, I think the Bat Rider death under the tower after the TV died, too.
Yeah.
I will say about this Blaze team, I was a lot more excited when AXX was playing.
Yes.
You know, obviously she stood in for that open qualifier run where they eliminated LGD. Because she, you know, she has been rumored to be playing like so well. Double damage picked up by Kaz over bottom. Dream Coil comes out onto 2. They'll get the kill onto the clock. We'll see if this ends up being a trade. Telekinesis, and I think the Dream Coil ran out as he was being telekinesis thrown out of the Dream Coil. Is Puck gonna jaunt? No, he doesn't. But not enough mana to do anything about it for the Zeus.
Tiny has the Tranquil's Regen kicking in as well. This TB's actually... Is he dead?
Toss? Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's just dead.
There's nothing he can do. Like, it's the raw magic damage. And that's not even from either of their opening heroes in the ET and the Zeus, which are the ones that are supposed to be killing the TB.
Wow.
At least TB gets a poor man shield.
Not a chance. But yeah, just finishing up that point about it, XX or Axe, you know, she was, when I remember when she first came out of the, like, into my forefront, I think she had played with, like, Big God or something like that, or, it was Newbie Boss. And that, she was surrounded by, like, some pretty big vets. And I was just shocked that she didn't stick to the scene, as beyond getting walloped down bottom. Puck making another rotation to get this kill onto the Bat Rider, now 2-2.
I just worry for them that this Zeus and Slark are both getting absolute free farm. And I absolutely love that K11 on this Slark has gone drums as well. Do you remember we talked about this, was it yesterday? I think this item's insanely good on Slark. And I feel like people need to be picking it up every single time they play this hero.
Yeah, the 45 attack speed early on is pretty disgusting. You know, when you can start, especially if you have a couple charges by the time you get into that Echo Saber.
I'll take that. Bounty.
Dire's middle tower is under
This
attack.
Clockwork does not want to see him live.
One more shot, Arc Lightning, a XHD getting the kill there. Look, I look at these teams and I do think about what I was talking to you about the other day. It's like all those guys from Keen Gaming who aren't playing right now who don't have a team. Like, there's so many players that just don't have teams right now. I think that I'm interested to see if they land somewhere, maybe like join one of these teams. Beyond gets that sticky napalm stolen. Puck gets the kill there onto the Tiny. Hook shot of the back line over to the Zeus. Looking for the sweep. All of a sudden, Lasso comes in onto the Puck, burning out to the Firefly. Earth Splitter comes through. Down goes the Clockwork, looking over at the Rubik. And with the Arc Lightning coming over, they will finish him off.
The Puck lived, though. He managed to TP out.
Wow.
So, yeah, they lose their two supports on the Radiant side, but they managed to kill the Bat Rider. They would take the Tiny, so Still a relatively even trade. It's the same thing. This Slark is just free farming top, and the Zeus still hasn't died. He's 304. And I think these are the two most important heroes in the game for them. Not only that, but like Bat's not even doing awfully. Like he has his BOTs up, and he's been the one that's being ganked over and over again by this puck. It's like the fact he's been like focused so much in the game and is still having an okay time. It's like fine for him.
Zeus is having a swell time, so is this Slark. I mean, it is really going to be a problem, the fact that they've had such open farm.
Tied with this Helm of Bomb, though. It's just going to stop
in trouble. Toss up into the air, gets the Sunder off. Which I think is okay, because they could set up to fight him again in just a second, whereas that Sunder's on cooldown for 2 minutes.
That was really well played by the TV. He held the point for the Sunder, just in case he needed it.
Usually something you'll see with like that or Reincarnation.
Yeah, borrowed time's the big one, I think, for Abaddon. So now what's going to happen is that K11, they've taken this bot tier 1. They lost their top tier 1 in trade, tied top. It's actually dead, sorry. I missed that. Them coming into it. But
they're actually going to hook shot and look for more. Tiny ends up giving up toss to this Rubik. So that's a trade, but a beneficial one for Blaze overall.
Yeah, so now what happens is the Slark can play the bottom half of the map completely freely. And they can't come in here now. He's going to be in this like aggressive position where he's taking the farm away from the TB's jungle. And he's also able to just push this bot lane out constantly. And like, it's really difficult from anybody from the Radiant to try and come down here and kill him off. I'd love to see them try and get a ward down here to protect the Slark as well.
I'd love to see Tiny get a little farm priority, finish off this Blink Dagger.
Yeah, he's close, isn't he? He's been doing okay, but like he keeps dying in the fights. He's 2, 4, and 6. So although he's getting kills, like... Oh, Slark's going to back off here. They're actually bringing all their heroes down.
And they're not even going to catch him. So K11 continuing to show why he's the 11th iteration of Hector. Alright.
Okay. That was interesting. It's like a massive power play there from the Tide.
Didn't even get the creep.
Is Zeus going Ags next? Yeah, okay.
And he's already got the point booster. XHD is actually so farmed. It's just a casual 3K lead. Things have been kind of quiet the last couple of minutes. Bat Rider, he's in some trouble. Waning Rift, they've got the damage. Rocket Flare comes in. Beyond, though, into the Firefly. Now needs to avoid the hook shot. Thunder God's Wrath, so Beyond goes deep into the map. Ooh. Not even going to go for it. I thought they'd throw a hook shot. Give it a chance.
You want to keep it, like, just in case, because that Barret is so fast, by the way. Did you see where he thought he was going to be with the coil? And it's, like, so far off.
I'm more a guy of, just go for it kind of play.
And we have to remember as well, when this Tiny gets Blink and the Zeus gets Ags, like, Tiny has the Blink now, sorry, but when Zeus gets Ags, they have insane pick-off potential. Like, whoever Tiny blinks on to go, like, for just a casual kill, they just drop the Nimbus on top of them as well. They look going to smoke up here, looks like. With the Blink reveal from the Tiny.
The Blink reveal is going to be big because it seemed like he was a couple more minutes away from it. And they've also actually got a Blink Dagger for this Bat Rider.
They see that this small camp's taken as well, so they know exactly where the TB's farming.
They'll spot him. They've got the Avalanche. Now they just need the toss. And they'll grab that. There's no way he survives. The Stream Coil comes in onto the Zeus, but they need to follow this up, and they can't. So he'll just stand there. Hookshot comes through, though, from the Clockwork.
Again,
also was used on the backlines, I believe, on the puck. They get the kill onto the Zeus, though they lose the puck. Now they look over the Tiny, who has the toss out onto the Clockwork. Rocket Flare, Ravage, hits on a 4. But Tiny, it looks like he's going to survive.
Oh, the salve!
Salve kept him alive. Gush keeps him low. But this is not looking good for the side of Linger, as they're going to lose this Rubik. And now they turn their attention over to the Tidehunter, who's been slept. And eventually, he will get run down, pounced up, leashed up, and killed.
Yeah, they get the Zeus, but at the same time, if the puck's dying in trade, right, like, it's still an even trade. In terms of, like, positions on the map. So, I don't think they're really worried about that on Blaze. And again, like, this TB's just dying every time. And he's gone for this Yasha first. He has to queue up the BKB. If he doesn't, he's dead. It's as easy as that. Puck just respawned. And that's the tiny blink with the Zeus without the Nimbus. Like, that's just the Thunder God's Wrath.
That shouldn't happen.
Well, it kind of should, in a way. Like,
he's about to have that Axe, too. Top, though. Clockwork, he'll die. K11 gets another kill, so that'll put him to 5 permanent agility.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't know how they're supposed to come back into this game on Linger. Like, they need the TB BKB, but then eventually, like, they have to win every single fight with it, with like the 10 to like 6 second BKB duration. Because when it gets to 5 seconds, his game's still insanely difficult, and he's going S and Y. Like, I don't think you can do this. I think you have to go BKB. And here's the Ags on the Zeus, so get ready for... Oh, you know what? It's not even just Tiny either. If the Slark finds somebody, if the Bat Rider finds somebody, and the Nimbus goes down, I think they all still kill them between them. Like, between that and the Nimbus.
I think the only one you're even happy to see, if happy's the right word, is the Elder Titan. May not be instantly dead. So Slark knows there's vision. Vision afoot. He's got a sentry. And, oh. That's...
That shouldn't happen. Like, ever. Yeah, he pings out where it is now. He's like, oh, I made a doo-doo.
Now they're pinging it out even more because they checked the high ground and it wasn't there. And there it is.
Slark Zeus, guys. What a pair.
Blink Lasso out onto the Rubik. They've got the Nimbus down as well as the Avalanche hitting onto 3 of these heroes. They didn't get a kill on any of them just yet.
The break on the
comes in on the Bat Rider, and now the sweep onto a bunch. Ravage comes in. TB sunders the Slark. Slark backs up into the Nimbus, taking a lot of damage. Actually ends up dying. They didn't finish off the TB. They lose the Clockwork, but there's the Waning Rift in, looking to get the kill into the Tiny, and will do so.
That was insane by K11. Like, I don't know what they're attempting to do there. Like, I think you just get the Rubik kill and get out there. But they didn't even get the Rubik kill in the end. Like, you just ran away. Because the thing is, if they use Ravage and, like, meta and whatnot, and they don't get anything for it, then it's fine still. I feel like really good Slark players, when you watch them play, they always have an escape route, whether it's Pounce, like Shadowblade, Silver Edge, or Shadow Dance. But he used them all to like get into the fight, and then K11 has nothing to get back out again, right? And that's an absolute disaster. You can't ever let that happen. That's why I'm so...
Nimbus.
Oh
boy. Yep, still dead.
Slark tried to go on the clock as well, but there's a sentry down that they see him with.
Hook shot's a whiff. Blaze are playing pretty well. That one fight, though, definitely puts them back a step or two.
I mean, they're still at the same net worth lead they were just before the fight started, so it's not even, like, that big a deal, really. Maybe a tiny bit less, but...
Yeah, I think it was like 9K.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's the ward.
Alright, Terrorblade's going BKB. So this is the window of the game where he might actually be able to do something. When he gets the item online.
If he gets that item online, Avalanche toss with the Nimbus down. Break comes through. Cogs locks him up. Thunder God's Wrath was used, but they'll both get out of the Cogs. And now Buyback comes in for the Clockwork. Hookshot comes out and hits onto the Elder Titan. Two-man Dream Coil hitting the Tiny and the ET. And they've got the sweep onto a couple. Avalanche comes in as well as the toss. Lasso now onto this Tide.
That's the break
and they've
with it
broken
as well.
him, so he's going to stay within the lasso.
Ooh. And this Clockwork we brought back might be in trouble as well here. Puck's getting gone on at the same time. Yeah, the Clockwork's...
Trouble, yeah. He'll still fall.
That's a dieback from him. They didn't use Ravage though, and they didn't use Meta either. So they lose the fight, but at least if something breaks up again, like breaks off again here, they do have their spells still to use. That was really well played though between the Slark and the Batrider. Like he used the Silver Edge to break the Tide, and then they used the lasso straight away afterwards, so that he, yeah, no purge
no
available.
Kraken shell.
Rubik. Oh dear.
TB
Whoa,
now.
is that a meta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower
He
is
needs
under
to
attack.
survive though. Like even if I guess using it, he could still secure some farm.
Radiant
Yeah,
structures are
sure.
fortified.
He could use it to farm, secure that BKB at least. I don't know.
True. Yeah, that's something. Tide just goes and farms the same part of the jungle that the TB wants to as well. Probably an issue. TB's like, okay, I'll go mid. It's fine, don't worry. Didn't want to farm the top jungle anyway. It's okay. Top lane.
Radiant's bottom
The
tower
lasso, but the
under
Nimbus is
attack.
there. Ooh, Dream Coil. Oh, stops the TP.
I actually think the puck's still in a little bit of trouble.
No, they're not gonna go for him. If
okay.
they stayed
thought-
on him, yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, I thought the Tiny was going to go for him. Oh, okay. They get the E ET.
BKB next for the Slark. BKB next for the Zeus. Ags for the puck, though. That'll be nice.
Yeah, it's really good at, like, I don't know. I was going to say it's really good at stopping, like, through the BKBs and things. But Slark can always just purge the stun off anyway. So he doesn't really care. Like, for Zeus, it's annoying because even though he's going to go for this BKB, or at least he wanted to, then, like, they still would have been able to kill the Zeus off. But now he's not going BKB anymore because he realizes, and he's seen that the puck is going for Axe. He's like, oh, okay, well, I'll just go for a Refresher instead and just, like, go full on damage.
Looks like they're gonna potentially attempt a smoke here. They're just kind of wrapping through the jungle at the moment.
Like, this is the best timing for the Radiant side they could have. Like, the TB has the 10-second BKB.
Ooh, but they might
Clock's
just
doing a
get
really good
caught.
job here.
Tide, hookshot. Ooh, they needed that. Telekinesis though locks up the Tiny. Only got the Avalanche.
Oh, the
Two,
storm.
three-man sweep. Or Splitter flying in. It's actually not going to land on anybody because the puck was within the phase shift. They get the
Oh, the
kill on the
lasso on the
Clockwork.
puck.
They've got the lasso onto the puck. And now Meta gets popped as well as the BKB. The right click damage onto the Tiny, not enough as he gets force-staffed away. The right click's coming in from K11. 15 stacks, 16 stacks, forces out the Ravage. Now it's 17 stacks on this Essence shift. They do take out Beyond. Now they've got the Telekinesis out onto the Slark, but really, he's just going to look to re-engage. I'd be careful if I were the side of Linger. They need to
this
try and get
Terrorblade's
out, but they
control.
got the sweep. And now Slark waiting, thinking about it. He doesn't want to give up the Sunder, I believe. Stolen Lasso. There's the Sunder onto the Zeus. They get the kill onto the Rubik, but they lose the Zeus. Another sleep coming through onto multiple heroes. Hits on a 3. They don't have Sunder anymore. Tide sitting low, as is the puck. It's just the Slark alive. Blaze somehow don't come out victorious in this fight. And it's a big win for Linger.
I think the big thing for me was they kind of like misused this Thunder God's Wrath really early on at the start of the fight. Like it went down super early, and I think they got one proc off it, and then it didn't do anything for the rest of the duration. And that's the 10-second BKB on the TB that we were talking about. Like, this is the best chance they had to win a fight on the Radiant side, and they actually pull it off. They had some really bad target selection, I think, on the Blaze side. Like, if they were all focusing the same heroes, then it would have been fine. But everybody on the Radiant gets low. None of them really die. I think, was it just the clockwork? And that's Batrider's just going in to try and get the Roche, but it's too late.
He's popped the BKB. Could he still get in there? Maybe?
Oh, the
Sark's
TET's
activated with the
coming.
telekinesis, and now the sweep, forcing the BKB. And Turboid now is Sunder up in just a couple of seconds, and Beyond ends up dead.
And the Batrider dies, but I actually don't think they can go for the Roche anymore. Yeah, and the Slark's going to get the Aegis. Oh, God. Puck might be in trouble still here as well. Oh, it just blinks out.
Ooh. Did he, though? Sweep. That hits. Avalanche toss. Tiny. Oh, my God. Tiny gets the kill onto the puck.
So, they took one good fight, and then they still end up giving away the Roche, which is an absolute disaster still. They were so close to being able to take it, but they just didn't quite have enough damage. Zeus has spider legs, good stuff. So, like, the only way... Is he not keeping it? I feel like the only way he dies is, like, the clockwork at the moment. Because I don't know if the puck can get onto the Zeus right now. I'm really surprised he didn't keep it. Oh, that's a Slark on.
Paladin Sword's always nice.
Oh, and that's also a Slark item.
Ooh, Blink. Hit the silence. Refresher finished off for the Zeus. Wow.
I mean, XHD is massive.
Yeah.
There are going to be some issues now. Like, if they mess up one Nimbus, it doesn't matter anymore because they're going to have a second. And this double Thunder God's Wrath, like, it half HP's the Rubik. Maybe it does even more than that. Like, it half HP's the Clockwork. And that's without the rest of the damage that comes through. That's just the double Thunder God's Wrath.
That's if they're not even affected by the natural order.
True, yeah.
Lasso comes in. Thunder God's Wrath was used. They pounce and leash. Get the kill there onto the Clockwork. 11 permanent Agi.
I'm surprised they went for that, but I guess if the Clock's the one showing himself in the lane, like he's the buffer, right, for the Radiant side, and they'll just take whatever they can get. Like, the Radiant side aren't really farming at the moment. They're just falling further and further behind. So for Blaze, it's still a good situation to be in. This Rubik.
In trouble.
Guy. Oh,
Couldn't survive though.
That's a pro gamer move.
Do you see Slark has the Paladin Sword holding the Titan Sliver?
Yeah, but TB also has a Paladin Sword now, so that's something. I think he just keeps the Paladin Sword, to be honest. I think it's just better. Or maybe he feels like when he goes for this SMY, like he should just keep the Titan Sliver instead if he wants to stack the status resistance. Yeah, it looks like he is. Okay.
Now they've got the smoke. So let's see. 14k lead, smoke, double damage, about to finish off on the Slark. He's got a 10-second BKB still. New Paladin Sword.
They're going to see this Terrorblade in a second if the smoke breaks, because it's daytime as well. Yeah, they know he's here somewhere.
Oh,
Oh my god.
did they not see him with that?
That tree was like the tiniest bit too short of hitting him there.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh my god. They have the gem on the back row of there, so they're just dewarding everything as they go along here.
They're kind of getting corralled here by Blaze. You can see, like, they're coming from behind. Now the smoke comes in. Sork right behind them, ready to pounce.
TB has the Scardy now, though, as well.
It's
really
comes
fun.
in, and they set a bounty onto the clockwork. They've got the break.
Tide.
Avalanche toss. Down goes Tide. Aegis just expired. Lasso out onto the Rubik. Waning Rift hits the Elder Titan, but you look over at the Rubik, tries to force that away. Flame break back into the hands of the Sark. They'll get themselves a second Nimbus right on top of the puck, who hits the Dream Coil onto just the ET, though. Avalanche toss. Now they've got the sweep. And Puck in a lot of trouble. Puck still falling.
They threw everything on the Elder Titan. They didn't have any detection, so he just Glimmer Caped and ran away. That was... Yeah. If that happens, then you're never going to win the fight. Unfortunately.
Was meta used? No. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's
Yeah, they didn't use Meta and they didn't use Ravage. They still have their skills up, but... I just wonder how much it matters now, right? Like, the only thing you have to say for the Blaze side is that they don't push buildings that well.
Yeah.
So, at least they can try and hold their high ground on Linger.
Get that outpost. Not close to the 40-minute mark, where that's going to proc.
But they're like stuck in their base at the moment on the Radiant side. And like we said before, they're just going to fall further and further behind. And then at some point the Dire can try and punish them for that with their massive gold lead that they're going to have.
I do wish we saw ET have like an Ags or something, but I'm always just a just get Ags kind of guy.
Just get an axe, Lo. Come on. Kaz, you slacking.
Come on, Kaz. Show me the Ags. Guardian Greaves. Disappointing.
Oh, I thought he had the Vlad skew up.
He might have switched it.
It's not a great Vlad skin, to be fair, so... I can get behind this. I think Batrider just picked up Shivas as well.
Basher picked up for the Sark. He's going into the Abyssal Blade. No surprise there. Zeus, meanwhile. Octarine Core next.
This game just feels like a really slow burner. Where eventually... Blaze will win, but it's going to take a while still.
Yeah, that's for sure. Avalanche toss on the NJ. He's on the run, but he's been broken, pounced, and leashed. Metamorphosis does get committed. They didn't get the Ravage off, so Tide not having buyback's a pretty big deal. They go into the Shadow Dance. These right clicks coming in. K11. He'll get sundered, but look at the Essence Shift stacks that he's got. He's about to hit 30 here. BKB. I don't know. Okay. I thought it was going to be a big deal, but he just kind of stands and bangs. Avalanche toss in the Nimbus. They will kill the TV. They look over at the puck who throws the Waning Rift as well as the Illusory Orb to try and jaunt away. And actually stays nearby and blinks out.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
This Slark keeps doing the thing where he pops BKB... Oh, okay.
Clock dead.
Dire's bottom
Yeah, this Slark keeps doing this thing where he pops BKB and Shadow Dance at the same time. Which you just can't do. Like... There's absolutely no need to. If you can run into that fight and then use the Shadow Dance to get the TB really low, and then pop the BKB so he can't sunder you,
Ooh, puck.
and it's fine. Oh
Being
dear.
caught by just the Tiny. Was there a Nimbus on top? No, not even that.
No, he just died.
Wow.
He always had Hex as well at the time. He's so farmed. That's like 2,000 more net worth than the... Oh, sorry, at least that's, 1,500 is more than the Tide. So he's having a great time.
We're waiting for Roche. Minute 28 left on that Roche. Hood picked up on the clockwork now.
The Slark needs to be a little bit more careful there. I don't know whether he thought he was using the pounce to get away, but the TV managed to get it in front of him. So yeah, that was an interesting one. He's going.
He just kind of stood there.
He's going Bloodstone on the Zeus now.
This guy's just getting that Octarine core. Oh my god.
He's going to have the level 25 soon as well.
He's already got the lightning bolt mini stun. Does he take the arc lightning damage?
Yeah, I think so. Unless he's planning on going Hex at some point, then sometimes you go cast range, but other than that, you nearly always go arc lightning damage. Oh, that's a good Zeus item.
Yeah, just, you know, make the Zeus even stronger.
Jesus.
Yeah, seriously, he's really getting everything that he needs.
Do it with flair.
And, like, he's so farmed. He's as farmed as a Slark. And in terms of experience, he's ahead. Getting closer and closer to that level 25.
But again, they still don't push buildings that well. So, like, they win these fights, but they can't really push their advantage any further after they win them.
Top tower is under attack.
So as nuts as this sounds, I actually don't think you can count out Linger yet. Because this TB, like, if he can get his damage off, still does a lot of damage. Oh, I thought that was going to be an illusion escape for the TB there. I was about to lose my mind.
Yeah, well, look at the neutrals that Blaze has gotten.
Look at the ones that Linger have gotten, the tier 4s.
It's been kind of gross.
Yeah. The answer is none of them.
Avalanche toss. And they snap the Dream Coil, but they'll still get this kill onto the puck. Hook shot. Cogs. Doesn't lock them up. Slark now on the run, and he does get invis and escapes, while the rest of the team focuses up this clockwork to get the kill there. The sweep will hit. Eventually he'll fall. Ooh, they find themselves the tide, too. Got the break, but there's the telekinesis, and Pounce will run out. They're going to continue to give chase, though. They've got the Nimbus, and the Bash is coming through to kill off this Tide Hunter.
And they want the Rubik as well. It's, he has Yules on the Tiny if he wants to use it, but nice. Just going to get out here. And the TB's trying to cut waves with the illusion, but doesn't quite manage it. Now Slark's level 25, so he has the extra Essence Shift talent as well.
Kind of disgusting.
That's how the Rubik.
Killing the Rubik there as they're going to start to go over towards the mid-tier 3. The tier 4 items that they got on Blaze. I mean, Illusionist Cape, Minotaur Horn, Timeless Relic, and Spell Prism.
Yeah, but like the Radiant side haven't been able to get onto the map to farm their neutral items because they're so far behind they can't leave their base. They got the Leveler on the TB, which is the only one.
I mean, if you're going to take one, I guess that one works, right? It's going Abyssal on the TB.
Oh, the clock.
Yeah, they've got the Hex. Flame Break pushes him out of the cogs. They have the Sleep, and they will kill him off with ease.
Now Zeus is level 25 as well.
Minotaur Horn. Dream Coil. Force Staff now popped out of it. Avalanche toss, though, onto the TB. Goes into the meta, pops the BKB, gets the kill into the Elder Titan, continues to move forward with the help of the puck. Right clicks coming through. Tiny in trouble. Zeus trying to give him some help from a distance. Now right on top, Ravage comes in, but they kill off the TB. He's dead for 82 seconds, doesn't have buyback. They look over this tie next, dominating for XHD. That could certainly be it. We'll see if they hold or call.
They still can't push because look at the lanes. Oh, God.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Why would they take buildings, actually, when they could just keep farming and killing heroes? You know, like, sometimes when you're having a load of... Oh, this puck... Where's he gone?
He TP'd
Oh, he
out.
TP'd back to base. Okay. Yeah, you know when you're having a load of fun in a pub game sometimes, and you just like you start farming the fountain and things, and like going back to jungle to finish your 6th item. That's what this game feels like, and they just call it.
Oh, my game crashed. Okay.
Oh no, B cop.